Hello BL lovers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're doing more of a debate-style discussion, a free space to share your perspective and personal opinion on some of the most popular and controversial BL series. We're going to see if they're truly masterpieces or just overhyped. As someone who's been in this space for a while, I know for a fact that some series get lucky. Sometimes it's all about timing, other times it's the popularity of the actors starring in it. But today, it's all about open conversation. If I mention a series and you think it's a masterpiece, or maybe you feel it's overrated, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. First on the list, Bad Buddy. When I first stepped into the BL world, Bad Buddy was everywhere, hyped up, highly rated, and constantly talked about, along with all the love it received. There was also a fair share of debate surrounding it. I'll be honest, I loved how it portrayed Pat and Prawn's relationship. The chemistry was effortless, and for a school BL with a solid plot, it really hit the mark. But looking back now, I have to ask, is Bad Buddy truly a masterpiece, or did the hype push it higher than it deserved? For me, it leans toward the latter. I still enjoy it and think it's one of the better school BLs out there, but I can't ignore that it's a little overhyped. That's just my take though. Your opinions are valid if you agree or if you see it differently. Number 2, Thorn Type. Thorn Type is one of those series that splits the fandom right down the middle. On one hand, it was surrounded by controversy from its heavy use of fan service to a plot deeply rooted in homophobia. On the other, it was praised when it first dropped, especially for its boldness. But as time passed, especially after the second season aired, more viewers began to reevaluate it. The homophobia plotline remained, and for some, that was a deal breaker. For me though, Thorn Type is more than the controversy it's known for. I consider it a masterpiece because it tackled themes that felt raw and unfiltered, from internalized prejudice to mental trauma. It didn't shy away from showing that Type's actions came from somewhere, and it laid bare the truth that every choice carries consequences. Number 3, Porsche. When it comes to reflecting on a drama, we all bring our own tastes and perspectives to the table. Porsche is widely regarded as a masterpiece in the BL fandom, especially since it's seen as one of the first to tackle such a serious, high-stakes theme. Personally, when I think about whether it's a masterpiece or overhyped, my answer leans masterpiece, and that's not just because the fandom says so, it's because Porsche dives effortlessly into the psychology of its characters, giving us a drama with real weight and intensity. Yet, it still finds space for lighter, human moments without breaking its tone. For me, it stands out as one of the most unique and memorable plots in BL history. Number 4, Sodus. Sodus was one of Thailand's most successful BL series and without a doubt, a trailblazer. It's often credited with showing producers just how lucrative the BL industry could be, paving the way for the massive growth we see today. I feel it's natural that Sodus would end up overhyped. Back then, there weren't nearly as many BL options, so anything with decent production and a solid romance stood out more. Personally, I couldn't get through the series. I found it a bit slow and, honestly, boring. Still, I've done my research, and I can say with confidence that Sodus had a huge impact on the industry, even if, for me, it leans more toward the overhyped side. Number 5, Semantic Error. This might sound a little odd, but I genuinely enjoyed this series, especially when it comes to Korean BL productions. I wouldn't call it one of the best BLs of all time, but if I'm reflecting on it as a Korean BL specifically, it leans toward masterpiece territory for me. We all know that Korea hasn't produced a huge number of standout BL shows, so when something comes along with strong storytelling and real chemistry, it feels special. Semantic Error delivered that. The connection between the leads was strong and believable, and it made the series stand out from the rest of the KBL landscape. It's no surprise that a lot of fans hyped it up, but in this case, I think the hype was deserved, at least when we're talking about Korean BL. Number 6, Theory of Love. I hope I won't get torn apart for this, but despite its toxic plot and the heavy hype surrounding it, Theory of Love leans toward masterpiece territory for me. It's not just about the actors. This series might not feel like a physical battle, but it's definitely an emotional one. It strips away the overly cute tone that BL used to rely on and instead leans toward realism. I get that a lot of people dislike the plot, honestly. I did too at first, but looking back, it has surprising depth, emotional impact, and relatability. For me, Those layers make Theory of Love a small but undeniable masterpiece. Number 7. Top from. I wasn't sure I wanted to talk about this one since it's still so new, but part of me feels it deserves a spot here. I personally enjoyed this series a lot. The insane chemistry between the main actors pulled me in right away. I also appreciate how it subtly reflects the reality of actors and fandom culture. That said, I can't ignore that it feels a little overhyped. I know fans of Smart Boom might not agree with me, and I understand what drew so much attention to it. There's no denying it's one of the best series we've seen recently, and it definitely earns its praise, especially with the depth of its plot. For me, it's both a masterpiece and a little overhyped, and that's coming from someone who really liked it. Number 8. We best love fighting, Mr. Second. When it comes to BL series from outside Thailand, I try to reflect carefully before calling something solid. I've seen some amazing Taiwanese BLs like Unknown and others, but nothing quite compares to this one. At least when we're talking about Taiwanese BL, I strongly believe We Best Love Fighting Mr. Second stands out. From the storyline to the execution, it's a complete package. The hype around it is, in my opinion, fully deserved. For me, this is without a doubt a masterpiece. Number 9. Together. Together is known as one of the most controversial yet groundbreaking BL series, and honestly, I think it was lucky with its timing. While it's still loved by many fans and continues to be hyped, for me, it leans toward the overhyped side. I did enjoy it as a school BL. It's light, fun, and easy to watch, but I didn't find anything particularly solid in it that truly drew me in. The charm is there, but for me, it wasn't enough to live up to all the hype. Number 10. I told Sunset About You and I Promise You the Moon. The reason I'm including these two is not just because they gained massive views, but because they also earned global recognition and swept up countless awards. Just imagine the actors hadn't starred in any other series for years, yet they're still highly relevant in the industry, especially when it comes to ad campaigns and brand deals. That actually says a lot. As odd as it may sound, I think these series are solid masterpieces. I know opinions will differ, but when it comes to realistic, coming-of-age storytelling that's well-paced, beautifully shot, and emotionally layered, it's a clear win for me. The cinematography alone is stunning, and the emotional weight of the story makes it hard for anyone who watches to simply detach from it. For me, that depth and uniqueness cement it as something truly special. And that's it for the list of BL series I think are masterpieces, and a few I feel are a little overhyped. Remember, this is all just my personal opinion. I want to make one thing clear: please keep your comments respectful. Don't drag or shame any of the actors. They're not the ones making the creative decisions, and we're here to talk about the shows, not attack people. This is a free space for BL fans. Share your honest thoughts without fear of judgment. If you haven't reflected on some of these series yet, that's perfectly fine too. You can still join the conversation. I'd love to know which BL series you think are overhyped and which ones you think deserve more love. Drop your lists in the comments so we can see different perspectives from across the fandom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.